All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 774. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who outlasted Pete Hines, Wombat.
In what? A pie eating competition?
Well, no, he retired. Did you know?
I know. I know. I was like tagging your joke.
Oh.
I thought it was funny.
It's good to think things.
Wow.
It was funny-ish.
Thought it was funny.
Sure.
Chip, was it funny?
Too late.
Sure, let's go with that.
Too late.
I'm still recovering from the Pete Hines news.
Does that make you sad?
It makes me indifferent.
Yeah, we'll get to that later, though.
We'll get to the indifference later in the show. We like to save that for later.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What's been going on?
I was at a car dealership tonight. So
What
that was
happened?
What are we doing there?
my wife's lease is up, so we had to get her a new car.
Let me guess, Ford
Ooh.
Explorer? They make
Yes.
those anymore? Oh,
Yep,
I got
nope,
it.
That's
All
it.
right.
Yep. Same thing again. It's what she likes. What am I going to do? Say
Right.
no?
Yeah.
Nah.
Right.
It's easier.
Right.
So that's, we pick it up on Friday. Same color, too. So,
Oh, fantastic!
Uh-huh.
Exciting.
Really exploring your options there.
Hey, but I'm pumped.
Yep.
Yeah. Very
Ford
clever.
Explorer, they still make them.
They do. Oh, and I need to have give a shout out to Tony, our show listener, who sent me a stand for my son's Hot Wheel Republic Starship.
Oh my gosh. That's where that came from?
That's where it came from.
Is that just from his own personal collection?
No, he was
Stash.
in his Walmart and they had it. And he's like, and he bought it before I keep even asking. And he's like, I don't need the stand. He goes, but I would like to keep the ship if you want the stand. And I said, that is cool by me. I really appreciate it. And he sent me the stand.
Pretty much unasked.
Pretty much unasked. I didn't ask. I didn't say it on the show, although I
So
appreciate
now
it.
your ship is flying high an inch higher off the desk.
It looks pretty cool with the stand on it. My son is like obsessed with it. So
Does he think like you're super cool because people are you mention something that you need and then it just arrives in the mail? You don't even have to buy it?
no, my son does not think I'm super cool.
Oh.
At
He
any
didn't think
point.
anything was cool about that situation? He was just like, oh, I got a
No,
free
he was-
stand.
it's funny is we didn't tell him, and the stand came, and I put the ship on the stand, and I put it on the table to
You
see how long
gaslit
he
him.
would notice.
You gaslit him is what you
Well, I
did.
didn't gaslight him. Gaslighting would be saying there never was a stand.
Catfished him.
No, catfish would be if I sent him a picture of a different ship and said, "This is what the ship looks like." I just didn't tell him that it was coming because I wanted it to be a surprise.
okay.
It's called surprising him.
Got
And
it.
then I put the ship on the stand, then I put it on the table. And when he came home from school, he was like, he literally was stunned. It's like,
See?
what's this?
Gaslit.
What? It's very exciting.
Wow. Nice. Good job.
Yes, thank you.
I need a new
That's it.
part for my boiler. If any listeners want to send that over, it's $900, I think.
Well,
But I already got it replaced. So
how's your house
too
doing,
late.
Chip?
Oh, my house is great.
Excellent.
I got that
Hot
water
pipe.
situation. Yeah, I got that new pipe in. Got the water going where it should be in my house. It's all good over here.
It's delivering the water at a good pace.
Yes. I mean the water was always coming in at a good pace. So it just was
Not inside the pipes.
yeah. But no, it's good. It's amazing, but spending a lot of money will get you. The nice thing is like we caught it early. They did not like have to tear up the whole yards. They did a good job on it. It was done in a day. Like
Hey,
overall,
how was that
pretty
fancy?
painless.
How was that fancy extra equipment you paid for? The extra fancy drill.
Nothing like soothes me more than if I'm like sitting in this chair, like working, right?
Yeah.
Like staying at home and working while they're working on it. And then you start to hear the foundation of your house being drilled into.
Nice.
Like that's the comforting feeling that you can have. Like pretty much like right up there. Like
well,
can't think of
imagine
much more comfortable feeling.
imagine if you didn't pay extra for the better drill. The whole time you'd be thinking, "Oh my God, my whole house is shaking. I probably should have paid extra for the better drill."
Yeah.
So at least there was, like, nothing
they did
you
a
could have
great
done.
job. Like I know I probably could have shopped around and got a cheaper price, but at the same time, like, I don't know, for something like that, I'm calling the company that knows what they're doing, like the trusted company. So like they did a good job. I'm happy with it. It's behind us. And Merry Christmas, kids. You've got a new water pipe.
You got new water pipes. Yeah, just put a picture of the pipes under the tree. This is what we got.
Right. We lost Voltron, Lego Voltron, but we got fresh pipes.
We lost the box. Let's be clear.
Okay, yeah.
Like all the plastic bags of the Legos inside of the box were fine. It's just the box is no more.
Make your own box. Project for a rainy Sunday.
I think it just encourages me to actually build the Lego set is what it's done, because now I have loose bags of Legos that are outside of a box.
Right. The box is, the box was nice. Well, it was in the closet anyway.
Yeah. Went to some dirt malls this weekend though. It was fall break.
I saw your picture of your random toys, your Dino Riders and G.I. Joe.
Yeah, it was great.
Pieces.
Like, so I went to two separate places. That came from the antique mall, which is a step up from a flea market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you use the term dirt mall?
Yeah, dirt mall. You've never heard of the dirt mall?
I've never heard of that term. What does that mean?
Have you ever seen the movie Mallrats?
Mallrats.
The first one, maybe.
So
there's only one Mallrats.
Okay.
You've seen the first Mallrats.
Yeah, I was more of a Clerks person.
So they refer to the flea market mall as the dirt mall.
The dirt mall, which we have one of those nearby my house. There is a dirt mall.
What is it called? The dirt mall because it's in the dirt, or it's just because like dirty people go there? Like, what's the deal?
Everything applies.
Yeah, I think some of them actually have a dirt floor.
Okay.
Like in Florida, there are flea markets inside giant tents. I've been to one of those, and that has a dirt floor. So I think maybe it derives from something like that.
Okay.
But we have the Tri-County flea market in Levittown. Remember, right by that old ping pong place.
Smash.
That would be
Rest in peace.
Smash. Yeah, in that same shopping center that would be considered a dirt mall.
God. Okay, even though that's indoors.
I love a good dirt mall. They're fantastic. Like if I'm looking, like it's pretty much the only place you can go to get like a 2-piece bikini Thanos bathing suit, just like with Thanos's face on it.
That's hot.
Yeah,
and so, cute.
Like, yep.
And you'll find stuff in there like old baseball cards, Donald Trump paraphernalia,
gold chains,
a Telstar.
Yep. Yes, the Chinese throwing stars. Yep.
Yeah, knives. Mike. Yeah, I did say Telstar. I found one of those covered with dust. I didn't get it. My kids were introduced, to the what is this sword and knife store here? Like,
ooh,
this is where people come to get their swords and knives.
This is where the ninjas shop. Come on.
Yep. Basically, yeah. If you need a sword, a Ron Darling baseball card, and
maybe some
a
fireworks.
new Trump hat, and
right. So I came away with some GoBots that were $1 each.
Excellent.
Yeah. And
a paintball gun, because they sell those there, I'm sure.
I did not get a paintball gun. I can't remember what else we got. It wasn't a big haul from the dirt mall, but it's just an enjoyable experience when you're walking around in there. It's a people watching event.
Okay, I haven't been in a while.
Yeah,
but I never knew that's what it was called.
So we went from the dirt mall to the antique mall, which that's where I found like there's like an outside area to it, right? Like it's kind of covered outside of the antique mall, but they put stuff out on the sidewalk too. And so like we were walking by and I'm like, oh, I see a G.I. Joe vehicle just like down there on the ground. And you don't just pass by G.I. Joe vehicles too much anymore. Like they've all been swallowed up. So I'm like looking at it and like there's a couple down there. There's like Sergeant Slaughter's little tank. Remember that thing?
Like stands up in it?
The one short one.
It was a white,
not the big one.
The white like one. With the triangle thing on top. The triangle,
from the
Tri-Guns.
Movie, right?
Yeah.
They had that, and they had some like Battle Force 2000. Do you remember Battle Force 2000?
No.
Battle Force 2000. It was it was when they were selling vehicles that did not come with figures. You had to buy the figures separately, and then if you bought like all 6 or 7 vehicles. You could combine them
You
together.
can combine
to make
it
a
into
big,
one
like,
thing.
fort.
Yeah. I had all of those. Yes.
Is that G.I. Joe or its own
It's
thing?
G.I. Joe. No, it's G.I. Joe. Yeah.
I had all of those. I combined them into the thing. The thing didn't actually connect. You just kind of put it on the floor and
set the things next to
you
each other.
set them next to each other, and that pissed me off.
Right.
But I did like the round one.
The jet was cool. That was the thing that had the round one on the back of it. Right. It had a little pod on the back.
Yep. That one was cool. That was the only good one.
Yeah. So we were looking at those, and it's like they were like halfway put together, right? They were just sitting there. It's like,
did it have the one with the treads that also makes a corner?
Yeah. No. They did. That's Blizzard's vehicle. What's that thing called?
That's the Snowcat.
It's the snow vehicle. It's not a Snowcat.
I thought it was called the Snowcat.
No, the Snowcat's the real one. That's the one Cheapy knows. The Snowcat's the one with the missiles on the back and the ski missiles.
But there is a G.I. Joe vehicle called a Snowcat.
Yes,
I'm not like, okay. It'd be one thing if I was like,
that's driven by
Snowcat, that's not even G.I. Joe.
That's Frostbite's vehicle.
Sorry.
Not Blizzard's vehicle.
What about Snow Job?
You asshole.
Does Snow Job have a vehicle?
Snow Job?
Snow Job, yeah.
No, he just kind of like rides in the Snowcat sometimes. But like, so I was looking at him like,
pretends his name isn't inappropriate.
They're like $5 each, right? And I'm like, oh, Dash will like, I guess pick out a couple of these. I don't know, they're not all there, but like you can pick out a couple. And then like as we're like looking at him, he's like, well, what's in that tub over there? And then like I look over and it's like $40 for the whole tub. And I just look at it and go like, oh, there's Transformers in there. Right. There's other G.I. Joe stuff. Like it's at the same vendor. I'm like, yeah, we'll just grab that and grab the ones down here. And like we bought that for $40. And it's like we got a bunch of good stuff in there.
Nice.
And like I knew how it all went back together. Like the person who was selling it for cheap did not. So I'm like, oh, this is this. This is this. So
what were some of the good Transformers you got?
There was only 3 Transformers in there.
Okay.
Cyclonus was in there, but it's Cyclonus without his arms. So no
Onus.
arms.
You just got Onus.
I just got Onus. But he's still cool, like because he's Gen 1 and he's metal, right? Like
sure,
it's good.
Yeah.
And then there was what is that guy's name? He's a dragon with 2 heads.
Oh, I was out by then. By the time they started bringing in dragons.
Yeah. And then there was Claw Chain, something like that. This was later once Japan had stopped designing the Transformers and they were brought to America, and they were just like he came inside of like a bear shell. Like it was a bear shell and you took him out and then there was a Transformer inside.
I don't like that either.
So yeah.
So you got ripped off, is what you're saying.
No, I did not. I got Bluegrass's guitar from Silverhawks.
From Silverhawks?
Yeah.
Just the guitar.
Just the guitar.
Not the hat.
No, not the hat. The guitar alone is worth like $20 though. Just his guitar.
That's funny. Because the hat had a hole in the top to make room for his mohawk.
Yeah, I had Bluegrass.
Yeah, we all had Bluegrass.
Bluegrass was great.
Mm-hmm. No one had Copper Kid though.
Oh, I did have Copper Kid.
It doesn't surprise me.
I did have Copper Kid. I had Bluegrass. I had Quicksilver. I had Monstar.
Everyone had Monstar was awesome.
What was the Buzzsaw guy's name? The green one.
The green one with the buzzsaws? It was called the green one with the buzzsaws?
Yeah. I think that might have been my collection of.
And I had Monstar because you could squeeze his legs and his head would flip around.
Yeah, they were great. And then I had it was like a big version of Quicksilver's Silverhawk, like the.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah. It was neat, but I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do with it because it was a different scale than the rest of the.
Stare at it.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Stared at it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But. And then there was a Dino Rider thing in there. And it was the only thing in the entire bin that I did not know what it was. Like I thought it was a spaceship or something. I was trying to put this thing together. I'm like, I have no idea what this is. I immediately thought this is something that Wombat would have had because it's clearly like it was not the toys that everybody else had. It was some weird thing. I'm like, Wombat will know what this is. Immediately he knew exactly what it was. He had it.
I had it. I had all the Dino Riders. I had the complete Dino Rider set.
Name all the Dino Riders.
I couldn't name a single one, but I had them all. I can even tell you where I got them. I got them I got them at FAO Schwartz when there was the only one in Manhattan, the big one from when it was the one from Big. That's where we got them. And it was pretty cool. I remember that day.
There's definitely a guy named Rex.
They had like a whole display for Dino Riders, like it was going to be the next big thing. And it was at the time, I think, the only place they sold them. You know, because they used to do that like they did with the Nintendo Entertainment System. They sold it there for a year before they sold. They did that, but with whatchamacallit, but with the Dino Riders. And I got them then before they, were supposed to hit big in the marketplace. And that never really happened.
Ooh.
That was one. And the other one I remember that was Sky Riders. Did you ever have any Sky Riders?
No, but that was actually one of the things I'm like, maybe this is a Sky Rider.
Yeah, nope.
It was not.
I like those. Actually,
yeah,
no.
I know you had all the toys that nobody else had.
What? Are you telling me you didn't have Visionaries?
There was a Vision. I did have one Visionary, and there was a Visionaries vehicle in this tub.
See?
It was it's like a red motor, like big motorcycle steamroller looking thing.
That's cool.
And I knew it was Visionaries right away because it had that hologram face.
Any Centurions in that
There's
bin?
no Centurions in there. There were some there weren't Zoids. It was the other
Roids.
Not Jason the Wheeled Warriors.
It was a competitor to Zoids. I know I had some when I was little because I had one that would they had robots and they had one of them had like missiles that looked like boobs on the front of him, and the other one had like a big drill on the front of him.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And their faces had like little people in them. Like they were like shields with little people in them, and they had ones where it had like rings that you could wear them on your finger, and they had like little missiles. You could take them apart. I can't believe you don't know what this is. It seems like it would be a toy that was up your alley.
I'd have to look it up. Did you see? I know you're not a Marvel Legends person, and I know we're going on too long about toys, but did you see that the next wave of Marvel Legends, they're going to have a Crystar in it? The another failed toy line from the early 80s, Crystar. But they're actually, Marvel, I guess, owns the license, and they're making a Marvel Legend, like one of these guys, of that failed 80s license toy. I'm very excited. I may actually buy that one on release because I had a Crystar. He obviously was not as nice and detailed as that in 1982-83. So
sounds like a religious toy.
Yeah.
He was a blue Star Yours is what I was thinking of. It's like Warriors, but with an ST in front of it, so you don't know how to pronounce it quite right.
Bad name.
Mm-hmm.
These toys you guys are too young. I'm too old, I guess, for these toys. Never heard of
your
any of
toys
them.
were all like wooden, right?
Yeah.
No, they were not wooden. I did have Lincoln Logs though that were wooden, but I inherited those.
I had some Lincoln Logs growing up.
These were hand-me-downs.
They were not great.
They were awesome.
I liked them.
You
make
the same thing every time.
Yeah. A tower. Look at my tower.
But you could hit things with them too because they're pretty long and sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
So you'd have the ones that were broken too, and you're like, oh.
And the little ones were like weapons. The little ones were like, they could be like little cannonballs, except they're long. Like rectangular cannonballs. I don't know. Shipwreck, you have rectangular cannonballs, don't you?
Yeah, that's what we have in Ohio.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
That's your college nickname, right? Anyway. I had 50 strangers in my house this weekend for that house tour that I talked about last week or 2 weeks
ago. How'd it go
for you?
It rained the entire day, so we were worried that nobody was going to come, but people still came. There were a lot of people, and they seemed to like it. They just didn't go outside that much.
What do people do in this they come to your house and then they're there?
Well, there was a
now
talk.
What?
There was a talk in the middle of the. It was open. It was it was a 2-hour open house, but in the middle there were various people giving talks, short talks, like a preservation group, like a modern preservation group, and the architect who did the renovation for us, And we were very surprised when the architect got very emotional while he was giving his speech. Like he started crying. And we were just like, wow.
That's because
like,
you remembered how much you paid him.
No. No, he was like, when I was a young boy and I was I was growing up, I was sitting in the synagogue. The synagogue was designed by this guy, Marcel Breuer, who's like a famous, he designed furniture and he was an architect. He designed the synagogue, and the guy that designed this house was, worked with this guy. And so it they connected with him somehow. And he immediately started getting choked up. And I thought I didn't know what was happening because it didn't seem like the thing that you would get emotional about. But
and you're like, I fart in here all the time.
No, actually I don't. Not that room.
I was gonna say in your house.
No, I mean I do, but mostly I'm farting. I'd say mostly I'm farting in my bed, and I'm farting in this room quite a bit, but not in the kitchen or living room. I'm not in the living room that much. Anyway, so the architect, got emotional. It was nice. It added a human element to everything, and then so it went well, and I spent a lot of money getting the house ready, and I spent a lot of I literally lost a layer of my skin cleaning the house. And then today the woman who grew up in the house and sold us the house came for her tour. She was actually out of the country for the event, but she came today with her husband and checked out the house, and it was really nice. She told me that she thought her father would really love what we did with the house. So his ghost is happy.
Good.
Isn't that good?
Did anyone say
is he still in the house? The ghost?
Is the ghost in the house right now?
Yeah.
I mean, he died in the house.
Right? The previous owner of my house also died in the house. We're pretty sure his ghost is here.
That's so. I mean, I haven't had any ghost-like things happen. I gotta say, but it sounds like he would be satisfied.
Where did he die at in the house?
Where?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably in the bedroom. I don't know.
Okay.
I would guess in my bedroom.
Okay, that's fine. As long as it wasn't where I sleep.
No, probably not. Unlikely.
Okay.
I think he was mostly living in the bedroom. He was 98 or something like that. That's a lot.
I just realized I said the wrong G.I. Joe name earlier, and I'm upset at myself.
Holy shit. What was it?
Avalanche. Avalanche is the Battle Force 2000 snow guy. Blizzard's a different.
You know what? I'm embarrassed for you.
I would be. I couldn't go this whole show with that weighing on me.
Editor's correction.
It's a real. I thought you were an expert. Turns out it was just a snow job the whole time.
I do know that we picked up Pulverizer. That was one of the vehicles.
Nice.
I have a lot of toys around here, so people must have thought I was pretty nerdy. But what are you gonna do if they had a house tour at your house? They would thought you were in the toy business.
Oh, the people fixing my pipes.
Yeah. What happens when they come in?
I would go check on stuff periodically, and they would just be wandering around looking at stuff.
Right, nothing's getting done. They're just why am I in a Blockbuster right now? What is happening? Did I just phase out of this guy's house and do you have a store down here?
Is this the kid from Big? Did he make a wish?
Right. Nice.
They were excited. They liked. A couple of them wanted to talk to me about He-Man a bunch. So I was fine with that. Hey, I'll talk to you about He-Man if you knock a couple $1,000 off this pipe. Didn't work.
Didn't work. I read this book that you might like, actually, a graphic novel called The He-Man Effect. It's about it's basically about that whole business of making the cartoons and the toys on the Saturday morning.
Like that.
Yeah, it's by Fox Brown is the guy's name. It's I got it for my birthday. It was good. The He-Man Effect. It's something like the He-Man Effect, how corporate something ruined your childhood or something.
No, that's the regulation laws ended in 1980.
Yeah, they talk about that. It's really well done. It starts out way early in history and talks about and sort of ties it together, to He-Man somehow. It's really cool. Check that out. Should we do some show feedback? The show's almost over, I think, so we should probably.
Yeah, might as well. Chicken 008 had to say, Cap'n from Animal Crossing, because we talked about the Animal Crossing Lego sets, more toys last week. Cap'n from Animal Crossing is neither a turtle or a frog. He's a kappa, a being from Japanese folklore. Cheapy, I'm a little disappointed that you didn't pick up on that.
I only know the tanuki with the really big testicles. That's what I know. The mystically large testicles.
I think
that's
I've
just
looked
me.
this up before because it sounds familiar to me.
The testicles
think
or
this
this frog thing?
Both.
I think that's come up before. I don't think we need to do the other one. I think we need to.
Okay, let's move it along.
Yep.
Okay. Should we do Watch This Jerks?
Sure.
I watched Elemental finally.
Was it
Name of that
good?
movie, I think. No,
No.
it was not.
Too woke?
No, well, no, I don't think that was the problem.
Okay.
I think the problem was they didn't have
Not woke enough.
that.
Needs more
Possibly.
woke? Needs more woke?
So the movie itself, like, I don't know. I think this is like this is probably Pixar's worst film. It just, the plot points just don't make sense. Like, there's not a coherent plot point. Like, so you have, it's basically Zootopia, right? It's a city of animals, except in this, it's a city of elements. Like 4 main elements here: water, fire, wood, and clouds. I think are
Those are the 4 main elements, certainly.
don't worry so much about the wood and the clouds because they're inconsequential to the majority of the story. So you've got the fire and the water races, right? Let's just call them what they are. This is a movie about different races and how, I don't know, 2 of them fall in love, but it's a forbidden love, but not overly forbidden, because the main thing is just like, I don't know, they're like, they dip their toe in the racism pool, but not really. Like, there's not really
deep
any,
enough.
there's not really any like hatred between the different races. They just can't touch. And like,
well, one is made out of fire and the other is made out of water. So I mean, it's not like it's crazy.
no, but then I don't want to spoil anything. But the whole conceit about this thing is like, the fire people live in the fire section of the town, and all the water's been cut off to that, so it doesn't kill the fire people.
This makes sense.
But then suddenly there's water in this fire land, right? And they're like, this doesn't make sense. Why is there water in here now? It's all supposed to be shut off. And so you're like thinking like, oh, okay, there's like somebody who's like trying to snuff out the fire people, right? Like, there's got to be somebody who's like super racist here and just like, I've had enough of these fire folk.
Right.
But it turns out that there's this opening, and like, that's broken open in this like wall that the water's coming through. And so the whole conceit here is like, the water guy is a building inspector, right? And so he's getting ready to shut down the fire people's business because there's water in the pipes. But then he and the fire girl have to, like, they discover there's this leak that's coming through this huge wall in the city. It's just coming through this huge wall, and they fix it themselves and tell everybody that it's done. And they're like, all right, I guess that's fixed. It's but it's not. Like,
Right.
It doesn't end up being fixed.
People just
And, like,
believe them.
no, there's like, it's not on anybody in the city to fix this. It's like, there's no plot point there. It's just like, oh, these 2 random people fixed this whole society thing, and there's this love story between them, but it just makes no sense. It's bad. It's bad.
You spent a lot of time talking about a movie that's bad.
It's bad.
All right.
Sounds like I can't jerk off to it, so I'm not interested.
Who
Next.
watched Only Murders?
I did. We finished
And?
it. We have nothing else to watch, so we finally went through that.
And
It was cute. Good season. Like Paul Rudd, Meryl Streep, great. I thought the finale had one of the funniest lines that I've heard in a long time. So much so that I tried to look it up to see if it's been used before in anything, but I don't think it was.
what was it?
Martin Short's character says, "Congratulations, everyone! I did it." I don't know. It just killed me. It sounds like something that like Steve Martin would write. I don't know if he wrote. Does he write that show or does he just?
Does.
Okay, it just sounds like something that he would write.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's a good show. Liked
Cool.
it. Yeah.
I almost completely forgot. I went to a live performance on Saturday night. Does that count under the watching section?
If you're
where
a
I put it.
jerk, only if
Did you
you're a
watch
jerk.
it? Yeah.
I watched it. I watched John Mulaney and Jon Stewart live in concert.
You went to that?
I did. I went to see John and John live at Westbury Music Fair.
Oh, they were there.
Yeah, they were performing less than 10 minutes from my house, so
Yeah,
I
you had to
decided
go.
to go see them.
That's all they performed for?
Huh?
No.
They
How much were the tickets?
Maybe like $100 each.
Okay.
Not terrible. It was our anniversary gift to each other. And
What do they
my
do?
wife and I,
What do they do there? Like
they do stand up. John Mulaney is
it's just
Jon
back
Stewart
to back stand up, basically.
Yeah, it's just there's an opening act, a guy whose name
Okay.
I already forgot. He was okay. And then John Mulaney comes out and he does his new set. It's not it's not the Netflix stuff that you've already seen. He does all new material. He was very funny. I thought he was very funny. And Jon Stewart comes out and he also was very funny.
Great.
I audibly laughed multiple times. It was a very good show. They make you put your phone in like these weird magnetic
That's
pouches.
good. That's good.
Mhm.
I like that.
And your watch too, your Apple Watch. You can't even have
Really?
that. Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Yep. But it was a really good show. We really enjoyed it. I laughed a lot. I recommend it. And it was cool. We had really good seats. So we could
Look
see
at
everyone and see
you.
him nice and close. And yeah, good time. And only one person walked out when Jon Stewart started making fun of Donald Trump.
I
and he
mean,
looked
what the?
exactly like what you thought he would look like.
He was like 65.
No,
Oh,
it was a guy wearing all black
okay.
with the black cargo shorts and the
Right.
black hoodie
Right.
and a black baseball hat with a black beard.
Where what he didn't know about Jon Stewart? Like,
I honestly don't know.
Has
And
he
he
never
stood up,
heard?
and not only did he stand up and leave,
Yeah.
but you could tell he had a teenage son that he made forced to leave with him.
Oh, they're talking about our guy. We gotta go
And then Jon Stewart made fun of the guy for
for leaving.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's funny.
it was pretty funny. It was a good show. I recommend it. If you have a
Nice.
chance to see John Mulaney and Jon Stewart, I'm not saying anything highly controversial there, but they were both two of the funniest stand-ups of all time. Guess what? They were funny.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
Should we do new releases?
We can. What am I playing? I'm playing one of them. Can you guess which one?
Haunted House.
That
Haunted
is
House.
the one. I am playing
Oh.
Haunted House. It is the reimagined version of the Atari Classic. It is now a stealth roguelite game. And it's very good. I've actually played a lot.
What?
Yeah.
What is this? I gotta look at see what it looks like. Come on.
You're a girl who's trapped in the haunted house looking for her friends. You have a flashlight. You have to sneak up on the ghost to kill the ghosts. And you're just trying to get from room to room and collect. And if you get to the room, there's a room where you have to collect the 3 artifacts. And if you collect the 3 artifacts, then you have what you need to just defeat the first boss. I'm very bad at the game. I have collected the artifacts. I have not defeated the boss yet. I just need more health items when I get to the end, and I probably could at this point. I just haven't. But yeah, it's got a good cycle. The gameplay is slightly addictive. I would say I wish the controls were a little bit more responsive. There are times where I think I should be close enough to stealthily take out a ghost, and then I don't, and that annoys me. But other than that, I happen to really like it. Haunted House by Atari. Provided by Atari.
It says doesn't mention Atari anywhere on this description.
I'm sorry, it's Atari
weird.
Haunted House.
It-
Yeah.
3D isometric survival roguelite horror classic adventure game developed by Orbit Studio.
It's definitely published by Atari.
I'm like, now who's gaslighting you? You're making
No,
me think
I'm just
like
reading it
saying
off of
right.
YouTube.
It's Atari Haunted House.
Blame
I
game
like it a lot.
trailers.
Yeah. Big fan of the old Haunted House game.
I like Club Aqua.
Okay.
That's something I think you should leave.
I understand.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
Actually, I want to go to Club Aqua more. No, he wanted to go to Club Haunted House more than he wanted to go to Club Aqua.
Mm-hmm.
What
The
else?
doctor is played by I forget his name. He's 80 Bryant's husband.
Tim Heidecker.
No, oh no, you're right. It is Tim Heidecker. I'm thinking of the other guy. That's not 80 Bryant's husband. You're right. Tim Heidecker is the doctor in that. See, now I'm pulling a shipwreck and I'm getting my people wrong.
Right.
Yep, I'm mixing up my. I think you should leave stable players.
What else we got? Wait, is this an Astro Smash game on the Switch, the Intellivision Classic? Is that what's happening here? Let's see. It can't be, right? Let's see. I don't know. It doesn't even have a picture of the game. It looks. Oh, yeah, sort
Is
of.
it?
Yeah. Yep. But it's reimagined. It's $14.99.
All right.
Mentions the Intellivision console in 1981. It says, yeah. Great. I don't know. I'm not going to play it, but there it is. What else?
There's a new Sonic the Hedgehog game. You gonna get that, Chip?
I probably will, but not this week because I already have 2 games pre-ordered for this week.
That's fair.
Yes.
I could probably guess what they are, and I'm sure everyone else listening can too.
Yeah, I'm sure they can.
Spider-Man?
They're big ones.
Spider-Man and Mario.
Yep.
Not Skull Island: Rise of Kong.
I looked at that on the Xbox store, and I was just flipping around, going, "Huh, there's a King Kong game out. It might be all right. I don't know.
It's supposed to be terrible.
It might be terrible. I don't know. Yeah,
IGN gave it a 3 out of 5.
that's not terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, 3 out of 5. I'm like, according, but then the little screenshot shows 1.5 stars. That somehow equals it's a 3 out of 10. Sorry.
Oh, that's not as good.
No, they gave it a 3 out of 10. I take that back.
Less good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. According to Insider Gaming, Rise of Kong might be the worst game of 2023. First new Kong game in 18 years blasted as complete scam by Games Radar.
A scam.
Okay.
Kotaku said Skull Island new King Kong game is very, very bad.
You should put this all in the box.
That's like messed up.
Cult status.
Right? Who made this? I don't even want to know.
I don't know. Like I said, I was like flipping around on the Xbox store because there's a lot of sales going on, and it popped up, and I did not know this thing even existed.
It was made by Iguanabee.
I don't know who that is.
They are a Chilean video game developer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that part.
Mm-hmm. Are you?
I am.
I'm not.
You don't like Chileans? All right. And other new releases? Did we
I
get
love
them all?
people cheapy.
Not really. There's a Transformers game, but it's the kids' game. I'm sure Dash will play the crap out of it.
Nice.
Cool.
It's based upon the new TV show, which we also like and watch.
Should we move on to Wombat's fortnightly news? I put on a fortnightly news item for you, Wombat.
I see. Did you check it out?
I mean, I checked out the news item, but
So they added like a recap of the original first Alan Wake game in Fortnite Creative.
that Shipwreck, look, his eyes just closed. He's like, "Am I going to download this and check it out?" That was the thought, I think.
It's not battle royale, multiplayer, or anything like that. You could just do it by yourself.
Oh, he's thinking. The eyes just went up to the top left corner.
And you could be any skin you want, and you can reenact the first Alan Wake game as Spider-Man.
He's going to be Major Laser, and
Right. Why?
Well, you never wanted to see Spider-Man finish Alan Wake?
you can be Alan Wake though.
Yeah, because the new Alan Wake game is published by Epic. So
Sure.
they want to hype it up.
Are you going to check
You
that
asked
out,
me if
Chip?
I've done this yet. I have not.
No,
That's what
I'm so
forgot.
confused at how that even like works.
You're going to watch
well,
a recap in whatever.
Because it's creative mode in Fortnite is surprisingly robust.
I just
They
pushed the
can pretty
button on my
much
desk.
make anything they want at this point. if you have the time and
money.
and effort.
I think I'll just probably play Alan Wake 2. I don't need this. They already sold me Alan Wake, so I don't need this.
Well, well, I don't
All
know
right.
what to tell you.
What else?
I don't either. Are you? I mean, what are you?
Yeah, he's on it.
You're on that. You're gonna play that.
Yeah,
I'll check it out. I might check it out.
he didn't know about it. I added this. I found it. I was like, I'm surprised that he didn't try to get this to hook shipwreck into your world.
I honestly forgot all about it. But I'll check it out, probably. I mean, I have very little to do in Fortnite for the next 2 weeks. So
you gotta do something in
so
Fortnite.
Much free time.
In Fortnite.
In
Fortnite, yeah.
In Fortnite. I have very little to do in Fortnite for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They are not releasing the next season until whatever it is, November 3rd. So, and I'm done with the season as of the last recording. So
Nice.
Yep.
What else we got here? The Xbox Activision deal closed.
Yep, that's done.
It happened.
I
Shocked.
know.
Everybody shocked.
I mean, this is my shocked face.
Right.
I am surprised because it was also there was the news that there won't be any Activision games on Game Pass until 2024. That doesn't.
Not that far away.
Yeah,
it's not that far away, but it surprises me that they didn't have something ready to go.
Well, I think they probably had reason exactly is they had a whole bunch of other stuff that they'd already lined up with people.
You say it like it's the same people that would be there. I mean, there's different people working there. Someone could be getting the games.
They already have like the release schedule with other companies lined up into Game Pass. So you don't want to just like flood the market with all the Activision stuff when you already have commitments to third parties.
Didn't want to dilute their
their exposure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's only 2 months away. It's fucking October.
Right. It's coming.
There was part of me, maybe just because I want it, is that they would be like, and the deal's closed, and now Spyro and Crash Bandicoot games for everybody.
Right.
And
Let's
it would just
celebrate.
be there on day one. Yeah. Like, let's celebrate with Spyro the Dragon. Like, I could see that being ready to go. Not Call of Duty, but something like the smaller licenses.
Mm-hmm. How about instead of that, how about a tweet that says, we did it. Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah, we did it. Congratulations. You'll get Spyro soon. We promise.
Right. Just not today. Just getting this tweet, this picture.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Getting some marketing, a little bit of marketing today.
Exactly.
You wait for the games.
Yep. And just in time for Pete Hines from Bethesda to retire.
Right. 24 years is a long time at one company and a long time at a video game company. Really long time.
I'm assuming he did well when Microsoft bought Bethesda, right? I'm assuming he had some sort of equity.
I don't know.
I would assume so.
After 24 years, he probably had some equity. I also wouldn't be surprised if it was in his contract that he had to stay on for at least, whatever it is, X amount of time, or maybe until, Starfield launched or whatever they put in those contracts. And now that all those things happened.
He's only 54.
It's not a question of age as much as I think it is a question of he probably doesn't want to work for Microsoft. These are all guesses.
He'll be 64 by the time the next Bethesda game comes out.
Yeah. These are all assumptions. Like, he probably liked I'm sure he enjoyed working for Bethesda as an independent company. Also, again, if he made equity from had equity from that sale for a few $1 billion.
Say equity one more time.
I like the word equity. He probably doesn't need to work anymore. So, yeah.
Yeah, good.
I don't blame him.
No, I don't either. Good for him.
Unfortunately, he missed the Wayne
I blame him for Elder Scrolls Online instead of another Elder Scrolls. But
him? Why would you blame him for that?
I don't know.
He made me a marketing guy, isn't he?
He made me sit in a room for an hour at E3 one time and watch just landscape videos. Don't you remember that? We watched landscape videos of Elder Scrolls Online.
You think he didn't fall asleep for that?
Yeah. I remember he wrote me an email once because somebody posted something on CAG that they didn't like about something.
He's just doing his job. I have no problems with Pete Hines doing his job.
I know. And I remember I tried to look it up before the show real quick. And then because I remember that we had like an email back and forth like a long time ago. And then as soon as I pulled it up, I remembered that like I probably had some douchey response to it, so like I stopped looking at it. So I remember like I saw like I was like, you know, like you don't like when I email you and I ask you for something, like you never write us back, but like you wrote me, and you know, look how timely I responded or something like that. I don't know. I didn't read the email. I'm afraid to look because it's probably a lot douchier.
That sounds right. I remember this scenario.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, you could send us like something from now and then. You know, I'm gonna help you out here. You know, one hand washes the other. Pete never got anything. Never, not a damn fucking thing. But all right, good luck, Pete.
Quid pro quo, Pete Hines. Quid pro quo.
Well, I guess we got those E3 meetings, I guess, and then he made us watch those landscapes.
And he always invited you to the party.
Yeah, the rodeo party.
Mm-hmm.
Those were good.
See?
Yep.
So he wasn't such a bad guy after
No.
Now you feel bad making fun of him and his
Nobody made fun of Pete Hines. Now I'm looking up the email.
I don't even know what I'd make fun of Pete Hines for.
No.
His ketchup.
You gonna keep going with this one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that
You're
wasn't
supposed to
it.
say he's not that Hines.
Right. That's Pete.
I thought Pete Hines would retire at 57.
There it is.
Thank you.
That was better.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
Yep.
Do you remember he fucking emailed you guys too on this email? You're included on this email.
I remember this. I remember the scenario.
And who are these other people?
I don't even remember the scenario. So
You remember the scenario, Ship?
I remember this happening. I don't
remember what it
details.
was?
No. What was in regards to?
So and I remember looking at it now. I think these links are definitely not working. It's from 2009. It is working. Fuck. People were sharing Fallout 3, the Game of the Year edition, because it contained all the expansions for Fallout, and people would like rent out the disc. I'm just reading the fucking thread right now.
Yeah, I remember this, and there was like a post on our blogs or on the forums or something.
On the forum,
that told people how to do it.
It was like a chain. You send this guy $3. It looks like.
Yep.
And I mean, God, it has like 30 fucking posts. It has like literally 30 replies on this post. Like not a fucking big
Oh my
mover.
God, I found it.
Yeah. I wasn't that douchey at all.
I think you were just douchey in the private.
Oh, in our private discussions?
We were having, yes.
Oh, I wasn't douchey. Okay, cool.
Good job.
I let him know that we fixed it before he even emailed us, and hope that he would consider working with us in the future. But nothing happened.
Classy. Good job.
Good job. I didn't do anything obnoxious or that embarrassing. Great.
Paid off for you.
Thank God. All right, what else we got here? Oh, I put this on the outline, Wamba. I don't know if you saw this, but you can't do anything with Pokemon anymore. Like, you know how like your Target won't even sell the cards anymore. So
they're back. They're selling them again.
Okay, but they for a while they shut it down. I guess the Van Gogh Museum decided to do this Pokemon collaboration.
Oh, like the Pikachu. I saw the Pikachu.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you know about it. So did you know that like on the like day one, the whole like there's video of just scalpers swarming the museum to get into the gift shop to buy everything that they had that had Pokemon on it. So as soon as they opened the store, the scalpers came in, cleaned out the entire gift shop in the museum of the Pokemon stuff. And this was like a couple weeks ago. And then there was like another part of this promotion where they were handing out like a Pokemon card to museum guests. And they had to shut that down too, because they didn't say specifically what happened, but they said like basically unsafe and unwelcome conditions by having this Pokemon promotion at the museum. So they basically like there's never going to be another Pokemon promotion at that museum or maybe any museum. I mean, I guess you would have to ration. They didn't have like the rules in place to stop people from just buying multiple things at the checkout. So I guess that's their own fault. They didn't pay attention.
Yeah, I know. We drove through a McDonald's, and there was like ads up on the drive-through for Pokemon stuff and the Happy
Okay.
Meals, and I like prepared both my kids. I'm like, all right, we're gonna order the Happy Meals, but you're not gonna get a Pokemon anything in here. I guarantee you get something else.
Right.
And
Like, sure enough, they got. Well, I don't even remember what they got. It was something lame. It was not
books.
Pokemon. I don't remember it. I don't even know if like if it just went straight to the trash or
The puppet. Was it the puppet or the plastic hand puppet of Ronald McDonald?
No. I do not remember what it was because it did not make any impression on my kids whatsoever.
Fair enough.
Let's move on. That's it for our Fortnite news. What are we playing?
I'm playing something that I'm sure you are not expecting. Are you familiar with the classic PC game, The Seventh Guest?
Of course, I'm old.
Yes.
Exactly. The full motion video puzzle classic. What if I told you that you could play that game in virtual reality?
Meh.
Well, you can. And I did it.
How is it? Does it add anything to play it in virtual reality? Or?
It does. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
Because it takes place,
Haunted house, right?
it takes place in a haunted house, and it has that sort of centralized location, and you're going into like individual rooms. It works because it's not a big wide open area. It's going in a specific space from place to place, so it's contained.
How do you move around in it? What's the locomotion?
I actually because you could sit, and I'm like, I'll do this in a chair. Why not? So was sitting in this chair and you just move the stick and you kind of like slide along the floor. So it kind of feels like you're almost in a Disney ride, especially since you're in a haunted house.
Right.
So that kind of worked for me.
Then you stare at a chessboard for an hour.
Pretty much. Yeah, exactly. You stare at the chessboard like, wait, what do I move? I move which one to which one again? I go, what with the clock? Where do I move the hands? Oh, it's missing a hand. I have to find the hand and then set the time to what time? Yeah.
No thanks.
You know how these games work.
Try Nightclub
like
Simulator.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, the game is a great game. It is a classic game. It's funny. The last time I played The Seventh Guest was on my phone. I remember being able to download it and play it on my phone and thinking that was amazing to me. Because I remember not being able to play it on my computer when I was a kid because, it wasn't a good enough computer. But my friend had a computer that could play it. And we thought it was like the most amazing thing in the world in 1990, whatever.
It was a big deal.
Yeah. So I was like, and now I could play this on my phone. That's technology blows my mind. So now that I can play it in virtual reality in the comfort of my own swivel chair, I do recommend if you're going to play it. Huh?
It's going to be next in VR?
I think it already is.
Zork.
Oh, okay.
Zork actually is next.
That is now owned by Microsoft. So we'll have to see.
Zork full text adventure in VR
is now owned
Font
by
is
Microsoft.
so big. It's so big now. Oh my gosh.
That was part of the Activision buy.
I did not know.
Yeah, it was on the list of licenses now owned by Microsoft.
I do feel like Microsoft will do stuff with some of that Activision property that Activision was doing nothing with.
Yeah, it'll work on Game Pass.
There's so much room for something with Pitfall. Even if it's not a game, like Pitfall, adding Pitfall to things. Pitfall related items like a
Fortnite? Pitfall in Fortnite?
I mean more like Pitfall in Halo, like Halo armor that's Pitfall themed. I think you can pull that off.
Like the hat?
Yeah.
And the whip?
Who knows? Or even just the emblems, like the patches, the old Activision patches. I think there's a room to put that in Halo.
Hey, in Halo?
In Halo.
Are you like are you like tuned into the Halo zeitgeist?
I'm saying that
the
people who like Halo like classic Atari stuff.
I know, like, relatively nobody watches this show compared to like the amount of people just listening to the audio only. But you do experience a lot when you watch Shipwrecks laughing when Wabeth talks about Halo.
It's funny, a year from now when there's Pitfall
Pitfall saves
logos
Halo.
and icons in Halo, We'll remember this episode.
It's
That's all I have
not.
to say.
That's going to be the turnaround for Halo. It's not season 5.
I didn't say it was going to be the
I know.
turnaround.
I'm joking.
I
I'm
never
joking.
said that.
I'm
Now you're
joking. I'm
now
riffing
you're
off of
putting
your joke.
words in my mouth.
I'm
I
riffing
just
off
said that
your
I could
joke.
see that happening.
Sure.
That like your nameplate could be Pitfall themed.
I would like that.
They
I would
have
like that.
They have that now in Call of Duty.
They've had
They
that for
have
a while. Yeah. I have that one. I got
could
that
see
one.
them
I liked
adding
it.
the same exact shit that's already in Call of Duty
Sure.
to Halo.
Sure.
And you make it sound like I said they could reinvent it. This first-person shooter has a shit in it. They're going to put this shit in this other first-person shooter because now they own it.
Sure.
It's not like I'm saying it's something so incredibly wildly off base.
Sure. I agree with you.
I mean,
As a
really.
shipwreck. Don't look at me. I'm agreeing with
Whatever. Guys could bite my ass.
you. Ship's not laughing now.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. What about? So we got some misinformation last week on Wildcard Football.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, so you can't buy the card packs. I want to be very clear.
Mm-mm.
And I did play more of it since our last show.
Mhm.
A good amount more. I finished the first tree, and I'm just about done with the second tree of games in the wild card section as I
Gotcha.
slowly build up my team. I mean, the game is fun. I can't say the game's not fun. I just wish there were some like mini. I think that game would do better with some mini games in it. Just something to kind of break it up in between actual football games.
Totally.
And sometimes I go to pass the ball and he doesn't pass the ball, and that makes me feel bad.
Do you control
Where I
the
sit
players?
there and I'm like, I pushed the X button. Why did he not throw to the X person? He just stood
Are you
there.
playing as Zach Wilson?
Yeah, I might as well be. I honestly don't even know the name of my quarterback. That's the quarterback I have. I have a quarterback who I've never heard of before.
Really?
Really, I'm not
And
even making it.
You watch the NFL, right?
And I watch the NFL, and I'm like, I don't know who this is. He must be a backup on some team.
Could be a rookie as well. There's a lot of rookies
Maybe.
this year.
So I have to I keep meaning to look him up. Like, is he somebody I should know? But I have no idea who he is.
Sounds like you should buy some more packs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, which you can't do. You can't buy packs. You can only
you can
unlock
buy-
packs by playing.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
you can't buy packs,
Yeah.
but you can buy like different versions of the game that come with stuff. That
There is a
have
version of the
packs.
game that gives you 10 packs automatically,
okay,
but you can't buy more packs other than that other version of the game.
got it. That was the confusion from last week.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
You control the players like in a regular like arcade football game, or it's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
like,
throwing cards? No.
No,
Okay.
no, it's the cards
Power-
are
or
just
the power-ups.
basically like the power ups that you select alongside the plays that you're going
Got
to
it.
run. And then
So
it's-
before the play starts, you
it's
can
NFL
choose
blitz
like,
after that, basically.
yeah, my running back's going to be 50% faster on the
Yeah,
next play.
I like that.
And then I choose a running play, and then, my running back's 50% faster. So he runs and gets 10 yards
I like
or
it.
something.
Make it with hockey.
Yeah.
Maybe.
they might. I mean, they're Canadian, right?
Yeah. I mean, they can make, I wouldn't be surprised if this game does well to see a wild card franchise. Wild card hockey actually might work really well.
I mean, this is the same team that did the arcade WWE game too.
Mm-hmm.
The one that was arcade looking.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot what that's called.
Mm-hmm.
What else we playing?
I got a code. Wombat got me a code for Spellbound Survivors for PC. This is it's like Vampire Survivors. It's very similar to
Okay.
Vampire Survivors,
But not by the same.
but not
people.
by the same company and not with like Castlevania style graphics.
Okay.
The graphics are not as compelling as
Oh.
Vampire Survivors. You play as the first character that I've played at, which is the only one I've unlocked so far, is a like Ronin style character. But it's the same type of thing, right? Like you're going around in circles, auto attacking and powering up your different attacks as you get them. The animation is not as good as Vampire Survivors. It's still like it's got the right hooks to it though. Like I did like go like, okay, well I can play another another round of this.
So you're gonna finish it. You'll finish it.
It's weird, like, because it's clearly like, I'm sure the developers of it would say like, hey, we're big fans of Vampire Survivors, so we made a game like Vampire Survivors.
It even has the same name in it.
Right.
We took 50% of the name. We took all of the gameplay and half the name.
Yeah.
We're kind of a fan of the game. I don't know if you've noticed. We've played it a few times.
So, but I mean, there's not that many games in this genre, so I guess this is the Survivors genre now. I don't know. I'll keep playing it. 'Cause it doesn't have the depth to it either of Vampire Survivors, and like I haven't noticed as much like secret stuff. Like there was a lot of like hidden stuff and lore in Vampire Survivors, and a lot of ways to combine and make things, and there was a lot to that game, even though it was simple. This one seems like it's more straightforward and has the gameplay, but I'm gonna keep playing it. I won't lie about that, but I guess if you've played all of Vampire Survivors, which I have,
you need something else.
This is something else.
More Survivors.
More Survivors.
I mean, it seems like a genre that you'll see more games from because they're probably not.
I'm surprised we haven't
to make. Probably.
I'm surprised we haven't already.
It will work with all kinds of different looks.
Yeah. Where's Hello Kitty Survivors?
Yeah, and I can't quite place the looks of this. Like maybe it's I don't know, some genre of PC
all right, let me look it up.
Marvel Survivors.
I'm looking it up.
That would be a good one. They should make Marvel Survivors. Cheapy, get on that.
That would be good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spellbound Survivors.
Ship, get on that. Marvel Survivors. How do we get that to happen?
Okay.
Where you probably start with like Wolverine, right? You would start with Wolverine in Marvel.
Yeah, you start with Wolverine.
Yeah, how come it doesn't look as good as Vampire Survivors? They're going for the same thing, but it doesn't look as good. Somehow. I'm not sure why. Very similar style, but yet I don't know. Didn't quite make it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't complain about it. It's just not as good as like Vampire Survivors is very good.
Right.
So sure. But yes, I agree, Wombat. I like your idea of licensed properties.
Licensed Survivors. I mean, there's that other game. There's that Dungeons and Dragons game that's on Xbox and PC. The one, those clicker style games where you don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Dungeons and Dragons one of those. I'm surprised there isn't a Dungeons.
I mean, maybe
Dragons
this is what they do to save Halo.
Mm-hmm. Just make it to Halo Survivors.
Yeah, just a first person game of these where you don't have to shoot. You're just running around as Master Chief.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to run or shoot.
No, you have to run. That's the whole thing. Is like you have to run. You have to move.
Right.
Like the
I feel like a first person
like
Survivors game would be weirdly nauseating.
I think it could work.
I would probably play the shit out of Marvel Survivors.
What if, and I hate VR, but a first person Survivors VR game could work?
Ugh. I mean, because it's the exact opposite. It would be the opposite though, because you're not. You don't want to move.
VR sucks. That's right.
Right.
It's about moving as little as possible.
For a second, the VR sucks. If you could actually move in VR, that would be great.
Yeah, but you can't move.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. I'm telling you, Wolverine. You play for like 20 minutes. You get Spider-Man. In the last character unlocked would probably be like the Hulk.
Yeah, people would buy that. They would sell.
Yeah.
What else are we playing?
I've been playing this game. It was on sale on Xbox. I'm not even sure when this came out. It's a co-op game called 9 Parchments. I guess it's been out for a while, 2018. But we've been looking for more co-op games, like for Gretchen and I to play. And so it's almost like a Gauntlet style game, in that like it's like isometric third person fantasy style setting, but it's not like just loot popping out everywhere. Like it's very specific, like the power-ups you get, and there's loot, but it's loot light. And it's more like aiming your shots with the right thumbstick.
What are you playing this on?
Xbox.
Okay.
So the interesting part about it is that you cannot turn off damage, which like you're damaging the other person, but you're aiming your spells, and like so you can also get like healing beams that you could shoot at the other people, but it's almost got a little bit of like a shmup playing style to it, the same time that you're doing like gauntlet style gameplay. So it's interesting. I think the level variety could use some work, but if people are looking for something co-op to play like locally, it's not bad. And I think it was on sale for pretty cheap on Xbox.
It's old.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
What's pretty cheap? It starts at normal price is $20.
It was less than 10.
Okay.
There's been some really good sales.
I mean, less than 10 seems like yeah, you know, you can't really go wrong with less than 10.
I picked up I had most of this already, but I picked up Mortal Kombat 11 and Injustice 2, like the all-in editions of both of those.
You got RoboCop now.
They were on sale for $10 for both of them on Xbox.
Good price.
Yeah, that was like a price.
Yeah, that was like a. I have most of this already, but I'm just gonna go ahead and give them $10 for
everything I'm missing. Yeah,
yeah.
Would you let your kids play Injustice? There's no blood in that.
They're so
I think
mean,
the Joker stuff is a little bit
dicey.
Over the top. Yeah, but it's getting close on that. But I don't know. There's enough stuff to where they don't need to play that, and neither one of them are particularly fond of fighting games.
What about Mortal Kombat 11? You're gonna let them do the easy fatalities? Is that something?
No, that's different.
That's different. I have been playing a lot more Mortal Kombat 1. I play that like every day, even if it's for like 15 minutes. I enjoy going through that invasion mode. I haven't finished that yet. I'm really close to the end of it. So I just play a little bit every day, and I'm like, I'm going to finish this, and I'll get to the end. It'll be anticlimactic, but at least I could say I finished it. As I unlock, I have so many, like there's the seasonal store where you get the seasonal currency to get the seasonal outfits. And I don't really love them all that much. So I have like 40,000 seasonal coins, and I'm just like, I don't know, what's the most expensive thing in the shop?
Wait, there's seasonal coins that would happen. They expire at the end of the season?
Yeah, they expire at the end of the season.
Sounds great.
Well, it's not like you're paying anything extra for them. It's not a real money thing.
Just another currency.
It's just another currency. And you can unlock like this season. For some reason, everything is like red and orange. I guess it's supposed to be for fall. That's my guess. And I'm like, how many red and orange versions of each character in red and orange do I need? So,
how many was it?
It's like two or three per card. For Sub-Zero, there's like six different versions of Sub-Zero in different shades of red and orange, and I have 2 of them, and I'm like, that's good. Good enough.
Can't be, the last Mortal Kombat game, for $10 with all the characters seems pretty compelling.
No, that's great, and that game is so good. Mortal Kombat 11.
You could buy Mortal Kombat 11 with all the characters for $8.99. It was on sale.
Yeah.
Or you could get it with Injustice 2 and all the characters.
Oh my god.
For $1 more.
And you got the Teenage Ninja Turtles in Injustice 2.
Yeah. Like it's a ridiculous deal.
There's a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of game in those 2 games. You can play that for months.
And
I bought that. I haven't played it yet either, but I bought that Pac-Man repack because it was on sale for like $5.
I don't know what that is.
It's the latest like Pac-Man game.
Oh, the one that was on Game Pass?
No. This is like a platformer. Like a 3D platformer game.
Okay.
Sounds bad.
It's supposed to be good. People like it.
Let me see. What? It's a platformer with Pac-Man. I've seen this before. Seems fine. All right. I think that's it. Do we need to do CAGbag? Is there anything?
We don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
A bunch of people wrote in and asked if I watched the new RoboCop documentary that you can buy. I have not, but I will at some point.
Sounds good.
That's me reporting in. I'll let you know. You don't have to ask. Yeah, that's it. Anything else to report before we say goodnight?
Nope.
All right, then. We'll see you next time.
Bread's done.